Hello, hello. I'm Michael's son. In Excerpt 11 of Letter 2, which we will read today, the Spirit goes on with its reflection on Jesus' mission. And so he tells us that Jesus knew that he was the gift of salvation of the Father for the world. He knew that he had to pay a price for what he was intending to do, and he was willing to give his life. Enjoy the reading.
Letter 2, Excerpt 11. Continued. Reflection on his mission. Jesus knew that he was a gift of salvation of the Father for the world. He knew that he would have to pay a price for what he was intending to do and was willing to give his life. Furthermore, I had perfect confidence I could achieve my objectives of bringing truth to the people and thus be instrumental in changing the quality of their lives. For that reason, although I knew right at the outset of my mission there would be a penalty to pay for all I proposed to do, turn the known Jewish world upside down and inside out, I was prepared to face up to it, go through it, could not evade it, because I loved people with Father love flowing through my heart and being. For Father love is the essence of giving itself into visible being and visible existence, and growing, protecting, nourishing, healing, and fulfilling the needs of all creation made visible. I knew I was the Father's gift of salvation to the people, to the world, not, as they supposed and taught down the centuries, salvation from the punishment meted out by an angry God to sinners, but to save people from the daily repetition of the same mistakes in wrong thinking which created their misfortunes, poverty, sickness, and misery. Because I loved the human race so deeply, I was prepared to teach and heal in defiance of the Jewish priests. I was prepared to die on the cross for what I had truly seen in the desert, knew with all my heart, and wanted to share to the last drop of my ability to do so. This is the truth behind my crucifixion, and all the rest you've heard is man-made conjecture arising out of the Jewish practice of burnt offerings in the temple. I was a gift from the Father to mankind to help them surmount their ignorance of the laws of existence and find the true path of life leading to the joy, abundance, and perfect wholeness of the kingdom of heaven. These were the perceptions, the desires, the intentions and goals and the thoughts which I bore within my mind and heart. This was the earthly, mental, emotional framework clothing my spiritual consciousness, hidden within the head and figure of Jesus. It was my spiritual consciousness channeled into the above forms of thought and feeling which impelled me to set out on a 3-year journey to bring the people what I fully believed was finally rescued from their own blind thinking and feeling, which were creating their own troubled lives. I truly believed that if only the people could be shown all that had been given to me to understand, they would realize their past folly and would make every effort to change their thinking and put foot to the path of life leading to the kingdom of heaven. To this end, I was prepared to give my life. Because of the wrong interpretation placed on my mission by Jewish teachers, my true message has been distorted out of recognition, and the purpose of these letters is to bring to the people of this new age the truth of what I really spoke to the crowds in Palestine.
So How do you like that reading? The Spirit tells us, I was ready to die on the cross for what I had truly seen in the desert, knew with all my heart, and wanted to share to the last drop of my ability to do so. Dear brother, dear sister, my beloved brothers and sisters, this is the truth about the crucifixion. Jesus died on the cross because he just paid the price that he knew from the outset of his mission that he had to pay. He knew that he was intending to upset entirely the Jewish world, the world of the Jewish priests. He knew that he was going to upset their world of power entirely, and knew that he would have to pay a price. And he knew, because of the customs of the day, because he was smart and he was illuminated, enlightened, he knew that that price was dying on the cross, and he knew that, and he accepted that from the beginning. He knew that he was the gift of salvation of the Father for the world, but not salvation from the anger of a punishing God that wants to punish sinners. No, salvation from our daily mistakes, of our daily wrong thinking and feeling that creates our troubled lives, our lives of misery and suffering. That was the salvation that he was bringing to us. He was telling us about the true law of existence, and that was in direct opposition to the traditional, centuries-old almost, teachings of the Jewish religion. That is the truth. Not what the Roman Catholic Church and the many Christian churches and denominations have taught us, that Christ is the Lamb of the Lord, and he has died on the cross and shed his blood just to atone for our sins. No way! That is not real. That is a myth. It is a lie. It is a myth. And it had to occur. It had to take place, and it took place, and it was perfect for 2,000 years. But it is no longer of any use for us. Just look the state of affairs of this world, and look at your own troubled lives. Look at the burden that you carry on your shoulders. Look at the constant tension on your shoulders, on your neck, look at your headaches. Look at your anger, at your frustration, despite all the money that you have, or because you don't have any money at all, or not sufficient money. Look at that. In the task of getting rid of the image of a personal God, which you must assume and undertake if you want to move on the path to spiritual growth. In that task, you must accept this truth about the crucifixion. There is no other way around it, brother. No. Wow. Well, that's all I had to say. Thanks so much for being here with me today. Please click on the button below to subscribe to my channel. Give me a like if you like this video, and thanks so much for sharing with friends. I love you all. I truly do. See you tomorrow.